Hey, how's it going? I'm going to be making a post-July ban list Monarch deck. Not much has changed, but we did get another Ether back, so that does really help the deck out. And obviously, last ban list we got 3 Monarch Stormforth, so now you can more consistently Ether on your opponent's turn and tribute their monster, so it's actually it's an okay deck. It's a very budget deck. You don't need any extra deck. You don't want an extra deck. So to start with, 3 Erebus. He's not the best one. Aether's the best one, but they're both very good. This will be back at 3 sometime, and then we'll have our full engine almost. So this one, if you tribute summon him, you're going to be, it's non-targeting removal, either from their hand, field, I think even graveyard. But it also starts your plays too, because you'll be sending 2 Monarch Speller Traps to the grave. Most of the time it's going to be Pantheism and usually a Prime that you want to send. But obviously you can do anything. And you do want your Monarch Spell and Traps in the grave if you don't know this deck. And then Aether, if you tribute summon her, she's going to be sending 2 to the grave as well. But then also special summoning 1 monster with 2400 or more attack and 1000 defense from the deck. So sometimes that will be Curaz, which, like I said, so with Monarch Stormforth, you activate that on your opponent's turn. You then activate her to tribute one of your opponent's monsters. Tribute that, and then you can use her to special summon Curaz. And if you want to, you can pop 2 of their cards, but they'll be drawing 2 cards. So most of the time you want to be popping your own cards to then draw 2 more and just gain more advantage. That was a devastating combo back in the day. So you got 2 Curaz, 3 Vanities, 2 Majesties. They're both very good. I mean, if you can get them both on the field, that's pretty much game. But they're both good in their own right. I mean, if you just end your turn with him, most of the time that's gonna still be good enough because you're not gonna be able to special summon. And then Majesty is obviously that they can't activate any monster effects, even in hand traps or anything like that. So that's it for your monsters you're gonna be tribute summoning. And then for your tribute fodder, you're gonna be using 3 Edia. When she's normal or special summoned, you can special summon 1 monster with 800 attack and 1000 defense from the deck, which is normally going to be Eidos, and you play 3 of him. When he's normal or special summon, you can tribute summon in addition to your normal summon. So you're saying, oh, I'm going to use this as my normal summon, and then you can also then tribute summon again that turn off of his effect. That's those, and then the last one you're going to be using is Mithra. I do really like Mithra. I don't like her at 3, but this one you're going to be special summoning to your opponent's field, I believe. No, you're special summoning this, and then you're special summoning a token to your opponent's field, which the token doesn't matter too much, but you're getting a free body on the field. So that one is really good for... You don't want to play too many of those because you want to draw, obviously, those in conjunction with these. So, I mean, even if you draw Eidos with a Majesty's being, you can normal tribute him for a Majesty's. Still good, obviously. Not ideal, but that's an option. And then the main reason you don't play an extra deck is for Domain. Because while you have no cards in your extra deck, and you're the only person that controls a tribute summon monster, your opponent cannot special summon from the extra deck. So that locks out your pretty much any deck. So that one's really good. And you can also, say you have this out, and you have one of your big Monarchs, and you don't have 2 tributes that you can use this to lower its level by 2, which then would make this, a level 6. So you could just do 1 tribute summon with that guy. And it also adjusts some attack in the battle phase as well. 3 Monarch Stormforth. This is one of the best ones. I think Pantheism's still the best one, which is why it's still at 1. It's your best draw power, and this deck bricks a lot. But the Monarch Stormforth, as I said before, you can set this and then use it on your opponent's turn. So you can tribute monsters your opponent controls instead of yours. And then you can obviously tribute it with Aether. So that one's super good. Glad that came off the last ban list. 3 Tenacity, searches out any of these that you need. 2 Return, tribute summoning, something like that. And then searching out an Aether is still really strong and really good. And then you can always use this, so tribute and then use that effect, and you're obviously searching off of it. And you special summon him, and then you can always pop this as well to draw some cards. So that's a good combo. And then 2 more Monarchs, Monarch Spell and Traps. We use Pantheism, like I said, the best one. You just got to send a Monarch Spell and Trap from your hand to the grave, and then draw 2 cards. And then you can also banish this from the grave to add 3, or to reveal 3 Monarch Spell and Traps, and your opponent chooses one for you to add to your hand. And you can do the same one. So like say you really want a domain and you don't have one in your hand, you can banish this, reveal these 3, and your opponent has to add that one to your hand because they don't have any choice. So yeah, Pantheism, really good in the hand and the graves. Obviously that's why it's at 1, because it is super, super good. And I play 1 March. You don't have to, but your tribute summon monsters you control cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects. So I mean, obviously if you have this and the vanities, equip this or not equip it, but play this, then your opponent can't special summon and they can't target or destroy this with any card effect. So that's a lock that they're going to have trouble getting out of. And so that's it for the Monarch Spell and Traps. For just your other spells, or sorry, that's just your Monarch spells. 1 Rhoda to search out your Edia, because that is a warrior, and that's obviously very important for your tribute summoning. And 1 for 1 is also another way to get to Edia to special summon it. Foolish Burial, you can send a lot of stuff with that, because you could even send Erebus, because then you could, if he's in your graveyard, you can discard a Monarch Spell and Trap and target 1 monster in your grave. You can target himself and add it to your hand. So if you need a Monarch, you can get him. Also, what I find myself doing a lot is sending Edia, because if this card is sent to the grave, you can add a banished Monarch Spell or Trap to your hand. So like say you use Pantheism's effect, you banish him, you can use Foolish Burial, send this to grave, add this to hand. Very good, obviously. And then the last one is Foolish Burial Goods. This one is to send your Pantheism or Prime Monarch. Those are basically your only targets that you want to send with that. So that's it for your spells. And your traps. Monarch's Erupt. It's a skill drain for your Monarch deck. So if you have a tribute summon monster and no cards in your extra deck, you negate the effects of all face-up monsters on the field. So that one, obviously, we played at 3, so that if you really want to search it off of your Pantheism, you can. And like I said, that's going to kill a lot of decks. And then 2 Prime and 1 Escalation. This one you're going to be using a lot to special summon from the grave. You can banish another Monarch Spell and Trap to special summon it, and then tribute it off. That's mostly what you're going to be doing. And then Escalation, it's another way to tribute summon on your opponent's turn. So again, with Aether back, I would play this card at 1, maybe even 2, but one for now. So yeah, no extra deck obviously. So that is it for the new ban list Monarch deck. Like I said, until we get Pantheism at 3, this isn't going to be the best deck out there, and it probably won't even be, obviously, when that comes at 3. But that'll help the deck out a lot. So I'll be looking for that to come off soon, hopefully. But yeah, thanks guys for watching.